Test check, test check. Welcome everybody to the CROW LAX TV broadcast. My name is Anand. Uh, Coaching staff of the Manitoba Lacrosse came and said hi to me. Kudos to you. Said if I used to call Shamrock's game as well. Yes, I did. Yes, all live on CROW LAX TV. We're going to have an interesting matchup here this afternoon with the BC British Columbia, who are placed first, have a goals for almost 65 goals and given up just 3 goals. And Ontario plays second. Both teams have won all of their 3 games, and this is going to be like a division rival or even a gold place match if you want to call it. But the gold is not until Sunday, so stay tuned to that. You can find all the action on CROW LAX TV broadcast live on YouTube for free if you're watching it from home or wherever you are watching it live. Beautiful 25 degrees here in Calgary, 4 p.m. This game is getting a little underway right after 4 o'clock. Maintenance crew had to patch up the field with some sand, and we are ready to go underway. Under 17, Ontario bearing red and white, moving from right to left on his screens, and BC wearing all blue, moving from left to right on his screens. For Ontario, we'll confirm all the goaltenders momentarily, but we are ready for the center face-off. Both the teams are loud, fans are excited, everybody is here. We are in for a great matchup here on CROW LAX TV. BC has the ball far left side, sends it over to number 5, Matty Dane. Behind the net, on to the far right side, number 3, Malcolm Richardson. Over to the far right, Parker Doyle. Over to the middle, Xander Freeman. Xander Freeman on the far right side of the BC offensive zone, right on your screens. Sends it behind the net. Over to his partner behind the net on the far right corner. Looking for a teammate, number 5, Matty Dane. Matty Dane behind the net to the far left corner. Over to the middle now, number 14, Charlie Robinson. Charlie Robinson over to the far left side. Over to the middle, number 8, number 6, that is Lincoln Twombly. Twombly over to Parker Doyle on the far left side. Parker still has the ball on the far left side, dragging it down to the middle. Good stop by the Ontario goaltender. Lincoln Twombly again down the lane, middle shoots and stopped by the Ontario goaltender. And it goes out of bounds on the far left side near the fans' benches. BC has the ball. Down to the middle to Parker Doyle. Parker Doyle has the ball in the middle. Sends it down forward, slowing it down. Now rushing it. Down the middle lane. Tries to shoot and that goes far and wide. Behind the net. Ontario goaltender sends it forward. Number 6, Copper Dugan. Copper all the way down. Copper all the way down. And that will get stopped. British Columbia. On the far left side, Parker Doyle. BC still has the ball. Parker Doyle has the ball. Sends it to number 45, Ethan Gordon. Ethan Gordon going near side, right side. Over to the middle, choosing a lane. Won't find that shooting lane just yet. Will go to Matty Dane, who's behind the net. And that will stay out of the net as well. As Lucas Ward, the goaltender of Ontario, will rescue it and send it to his teammate. Lucas Ward has the ball, the goaltender. Looking in to send it forward, looking for a teammate. Loose ball for a moment, but good catch by number 33 for Ontario, Jack Wills. Over to the far left corner, number 2 for Ontario, Owen. Owen over to number 33 again, Jack. Jack over to the middle. And it goes to the far right side. Now behind the net. Over to the middle. BC goaltender is focused. Now towards the far right side. Ontario still has the ball. Now behind the net. To the far left corner. Over to the middle again. Ontario still has the ball. Pacing it from back, left and right. Like a triangle. Number 13 looking for the ball and open lane, but stopped by the BC goaltender. Will send it back now. BC. Looks like BC has the ball, loose ball. And that will go outside the boundary. Lot of questions and discussions from the officials. Everybody's asking the question, so many confusion. This is definitely going to be an exciting game moving forward. Officials looks like going to reconvene in the middle. Nobody knows who's it when. Ontario will get the ball. They'll send it down the middle now. Ontario's ball. Behind the net. Far right side. Now far left corner. Near side, near to the BC benches. Oh. To the far left side. Number 10, Hayden Addison for Ontario. Over to the middle and over to the right. Number 16 for Wyatt Turner, who's part of that batch. Now back to the left-hand side, Owen. Owen over to the middle. Ontario still has the ball from that turnover. They'll keep it in, and that will go out of bounds. Ontario has the ball now. Far left-hand side, Owen. Owen over to number 61, Caden Lickers. Caden to the far right side. And that will play on, so BC will get that ball. They'll send it down. We'll see where the ball lands, who has the ball here shortly. BC will take it down, number 23 for BC, Koji. Koji over to number 6, Lincoln. Lincoln on the far left side of the right side of the field. 0-0 the score between BC and Ontario as we're in the late stages of quarter number 1. Sends it down to Ethan Gordon. Ethan Gordon looking for a lane to shoot. That stays out thanks to the defenders of Ontario. Now a loose ball, it's high in the air. Good catch by Parker Doyle of BC. Parker Doyle sends it to number 3, Malcolm on the far right side. Malcolm shoots and stopped by the Ontario goaltender, Lucas Ward. Ontario has the ball now, far left side. Mac Rawson over to the middle. Ontario still has the ball. Sends it to number 2, Owen. Owen to the middle. Number 9, Christian Baboni. Over to the far right side. Over to the middle again, Christian Baboni. Over to the far left, Robert Key. Robert. Over to number 88, Damien. And then over to Owen. Damien. Over to the middle. Ontario still playing this. They still have pressure on BC. Score is still 0-0. And BC will get turnover. They'll take it down the field. Players looking for a lane. BC still with the ball from the looks of it. Over to the middle, number 15, Parker Doyle. Over to number 4, Colo O'Callaghan. Over to number 3, Malcolm Richardson. Malcolm over to Matty Dane. Matty Dane looking for a new lane. Sends it across. Over to number 4, Cole. Cole still looking for a lane, pressured by Ontario defenseman. Lot of cheers from the Ontario dugout. Sends it over to number 50, Parker Doyle. Parker shoots and scores. BC 1-0. Early, late stages of quarter 1. What a start we have been looking for. BC, the dominant team so far in this tournament, has got on board. Had to take a quick water break. We are back on the CROW LAX TV broadcast. BC and Ontario, where BC have started proceedings 1-0 for BC, moving from left to right on his screens, wearing all blue. Send it behind the net. Number 3, Malcolm. Malcolm has the ball. Looking for his teammate, Noah Schumann. Noah. And it's a loose ball that has fallen onto the ground in the middle. Parker Doyle will collect it. Parker over to the middle. looking for a shooting lane, but won't get one yet. And that was shot with force, and they score. Number 14, Charlie Robinson, will make it 2-0 for BC. Good start as we expected from BC. Right off the back, we knew that one of these teams will start pressuring, and it's BC right away. Back to center face off. Down at the middle. Loose ball. That will try to get collected by Ontario. But BC will try to fetch it as well. Still loose. Over to the far right side. Ontario trying to enter their offense zone. There is a teammate all alone for Ontario on the far right side. Now behind the net. Now over to the middle. Number 61 for Ontario, Caden Lickers. Caden looking for his teammate down the middle. Number 60, Wyatt Turner. Wyatt. Over to the far left. Owen. Owen behind the net. Focusing behind the net and the left wing. Far left side behind the net now. Ontario still has the ball. On the far left side down to the middle. They'll keep it light. They'll slow the pace down. And a good stop by BC. And a bit of colliding down on the far right side. On the far left side. we have some hands in the air of the officials. Sends it down to the middle. Number 13 has the ball for Ontario. Brody Fletcher. Brody over to the far left side. Behind the net. Down to the middle, behind the net. Still Ontario still has the ball, looking for an open lane. And scores! Ontario on board now. 2-1. Making a story for a comeback. So from a 2-0 lead, Ontario cut their deficit to 2-1. Much needed for Ontario. Both teams have shown their fair share of strength this tournament so far. So this will be another close game. Center face off now. Ball loose. BC will collect it. Number 23. Koji. Koji will go far side. That luckily stayed not out of bounds. That stayed inside. Over to the middle. 15 Parker Doyle. 1 minute is the call for the end of the quarter. Ethan Gordon. Over to the far right side. Callum Turpin. Behind the net now. Far left corner. BC looking for the last rush with 30 seconds remaining. Ethan Gordon again with the rush. BC will give one last rush. Loose ball though. Ontario will go forward. Ontario will make their one last push. Number 23 with the push, Jack Mullins. And that will stay outside the net. BC will now return back to the rush. They'll send it forward. They keep jogging forward. And behind the net, far right side. And that will be the end of the first quarter, where the score is 2-1. lead BC. We'll take a quick break and return back on CROW LAX TV on the YouTube feed. All right, we are back for the action between BC and Ontario. 2-1 lead BC as we speak. One of the goals from Charlie Robinson. Change of sides, BC will be now moving from right to left on your screens. Ontario will be moving from left to right on your screens. Ontario has the ball on the far left side. Over to number 88, Damien. Damien over to the far left. Damien. Damien looking for an opportunity to shoot. He's stuck between a BC defender. Ontario choosing a lane. Number 45, Robert Key. Robert sends it to Damien once again. Damien over to his teammate on the right corner. Damien again acting as the quarterback in the middle. Sends it far to the left. Sends it to the middle behind the net. Far across. Sends it down to the far left side. Right across. Behind the net. Sends it to the far left side once again. Ontario playing this strategically. BC has to pressure Ontario. It's Ontario still has the ball, number 10, Hayden Addison. Hayden Addison will drag it to the far left. Number 88, Damien again. There's a good pressure from Ontario to possibly tie the game. Ontario to the far right side. Number 33 has the ball, Jack. Jack over to number 45, Robert Key. And sets it to number 33 again, Jack. Jack. Ontario has been keeping this for as much as long they can. They will allow tiring the BC legs. And the slave from the player. Ball is loose now. It goes high in the air. Ontario still has it though. Number 10, Hayden Addison, sends it down to the right and shoots and scores. Wonderful pressure from Ontario. We saw that coming from which angle. And number 3. We don't have a number 3 for Ontario, but maybe number 10, Hayden Addison. Looks like for Ontario will get credited with that goal. So 2-2 tie game is your score right now between BC and Ontario. BC will have a player shot as he's been attended to Noah Schumann. He's been taken off the field to the athletic therapist. Center field face-off has been taken. Ball loose. Ontario looking to grab it. BC along with it, but Ontario grabs it. Copper Dugan. Copper. Loose ball fumble. Sending it to BC for swipe. And they score. 3-2 BC. They're right back into this game. 5 from 6 is the verdict. So Matty Dane credited with a goal assist from Lincoln Twomley. So 3-2 for BC. BC get back that lead. We will probably see this all game long. Some leads that will be taken, some ties, and then leads back again. Stay tuned to CROW LAX TV. On the other hand, BC and Manitoba is playing on field number 1 with a score 7-1 for BC. So that game is a bit lopsided. We'll keep you updated on that. Both fields have actions going on this afternoon, shortly after 4 p.m. in Calgary. And we have a timeout for Ontario. Timeout, Ontario. So we'll take a quick break and head back to your CROW LAX Test, check, test. All right, we are back. We had some difficulties with audio. Hope we are back on your audio feeds and you can hear me well. 3-2 right now as BC leads. Both teams continue to pressure each other. BC in their offensive zone now. But looks like the Ontario goaltender has got a hold of the ball. Walking out of the crease. Ontario. Sends it down far left. Ontario will gain the middle. Sending it to the far right side. Number 23, Jack Mullins. Jack over to number 13, Brody Fletcher. They'll drag it down far left. Brody Fletcher there to retrieve it in the middle. They'll go now down the far left side. Down the middle yet once again, number 9, Christian Baboni. First good look for him. That will go down the middle and that will stay out of the net far and wide. And a flag is thrown onto the ground. We'll have a penalty call coming soon. Cross-check is the call for 1 minute. Number 2, Benson Hunt will head to the box for the man-to-man advantage. Opportunity for Ontario to capitalize and tie the game. Number 16, Wyatt Turner. Wyatt over to Jack. Fighting for the ball. Ontario high in the air and loose. Nobody there nearby to get it. It looks like Ontario got it for a moment, but it's loose again. They'll trip and push, and Ontario will get a turnover. They'll go. They'll make a rush. Down the middle. They are open. Ontario will try to shoot, and that stays out of the net far left corner. Number 2, Owen has the ball. Send it to Caden. Over to the right, far right side. Over to the middle, quarterback. Number 61, Caden Lickers. Over to the far left side. Now BC has strength moving forward to their offensive zone 7, number 7. Cole Sampson. Cole Sampson looking for his teammate now. Over to the middle to Xander Freeman. Xander will release the ball short for Parker Doyle. Parker over to the far left side. Over to the middle. They'll try for the middle lane, but goes behind the net. Behind the net is Matty Dane, wearing number 5 for BC. Over to the middle. Looking for number 6, Lincoln Twamley. Lincoln dodges Ontario. Looking for and shoots and scores. So 4-2 for BC. They've increased their goal difference to 2. Zero is being credited with the goal, Xander Freeman. So 4-2 for BC. Ontario not far behind though yet. They still have chance into the game. We have plenty more time left. Over to the middle in the face-off at the center. And loose ball after the face-off. Ontario will collect it. They'll head to their offensive zone on the far right side. Right side of the field, number 14 has the ball, Lucas Hadley. Lucas still looking for a lane to shoot. He's dodging a couple of BC players. Sends it to number 45, Robert Key. Robert over the far left side. Robert over to his teammate behind the net. Few more opportunities for Ontario and a slip and fall. There we may or not have a penalty resulting from that. Pushing 30 seconds is the penalty. Number 8, Kian Barar, will be in the box for a 30-second penalty of pushing. Ontario with the ball on the left side. Sends it to Wyatt Turner. Wyatt over to Brody Fletcher. Wyatt. And shoots and scores. Ontario from number 33, Jack. Makes it 4-3 Ontario. So the man-to-man advantage really helped Ontario. 4-3. It's a score. 4 lead BC, 3 for Ontario. Back to the center field for a face-off. You can tune into these close games all weekend long on CROW LAX TV, where we'll be streaming it on live and on demand and bringing you the latest. And that will be the end of quarter number 2 between BC and Ontario. BC lead 4-3. We'll take a quick break and come back on a CROW LAX TV broadcast. BC and Ontario welcomes you back. Bonjour and bienvenue. Welcome. 4-3. Lead BC 4-3 as it stands. Right at the center face, so we are ready to go. Are you ready? Are you tuned into CROW LAX TV broadcast? My name is Anand, your play-by-play voice, bringing you coverage for the second half of this matchup between BC and Ontario 4-3 as it stands under 17 Alumni Cup happening here in Field 1 at the New Brighton Athletic Park. We have got switch sides now. Ontario moving from right to left on his screens and BC from left to right, and that goes top and wide of the net. Could have been a close chance for BC to dig one in, but that will be a BC turnover now. BC behind the net, sends it to the far left side, down to the middle. Number 9 looking to retrieve the ball, Callum Turpin. Callum. Over to number 15, Parker Doyle. Parker on the far left side, down to the middle, chasing down the middle, looking for a middle lane. Onto the far right side, now down to the middle, looks for a lane, shoots and scores! That looks like it came of number 6, Lincoln Twomley. And it will be 5-3 BC early in the first frames of quarter number 3. Right back to the middle for a face-off. So 5-3 BC. Last goal by Lincoln Twomley for a center face-off. Down to the middle, BC. To their far right side for their offensive zone. Down for the far left. Down the middle lane. Number 14 had the ball, Charlie Robinson. And we have a whistle and an Ontario fallen player. But he's quick to get back on his feet, so no passing game. Ontario will take it now far and wide. And a quick turnover for BC as it goes out of bounds near the player benches. They'll take it from the sidelines. BC over to the middle. Over to the far middle, looking for a pass called long. But Ontario will collect it. Not a great pass from the BC. Number 21, Luke Cleland, will send it down far behind, and they will score. They will fight right back. And 5-4 Ontario. 5-4. 5-4 Ontario. Ontario will score. Not sure the official goal scorer for that one, as we haven't had an official come up here. But so 5-4 Ontario is the score. Ontario has not given up yet. BC haven't done the same. Returning back to the center face-off. Okay, face-off has been completed. Loose ball. BC, a flag is up in the air already. Not even a complete face-off. Slashing is the call for number 12, Mac Rawson for Ontario will head to the box for a slashing call for 1 minute. Number 15, Parker Doyle in the middle. Sends it to the far right side to Malcolm. Behind the net now, Malcolm. Over to the middle. Ethan Gordon shoots and stopped by the Ontario goaltender. That may have hit the post too, but that was high and wide. Ontario has the ball now towards the far right side. Ontario. Goaltender running out of the crease. Over to the middle, making a case for a move. Number 14, Lucas Hadley. Sends it to the far left side. Over to the middle. Ontario still has the ball onto the far right side now. Far right side still. Still on the far right side, now down to the middle. Now to the far near left side. To the far left side now. Back to the middle. Ontario pressuring BC in some sorts. 5-4 the score, lead BC. They'll slow the game down a little. Ontario still has the ball. And looks like holding call is the penalty for BC. Number 15, Parker Doyle, will hit the box for a 30-second man-to-man advantage. Ontario on the far right side. Now over to the middle to number 13, Brody Fletcher. Brody over to his teammate on the far right side. Down to the right side. Down to the middle again. Far right side again. Now to the left side. And it goes out of bounds. Loose ball. And released Parker Doyle. He's out of the box. Ontario pressuring BC. Looking it's coming from the left corner. Now towards the right hand side. Looking for a middle lane now. But it will be turned over to BC. Loose ball. BC will collect it. Number 7, Cole Sampson. He has a trip. Ontario will still have the ball. Sends it to number 33, Jack. Jack over to the middle, number 61, Caden Lickers. Caden has the ball towards the left side, near the middle. Towards the middle now. Towards the far right side where the fans are sitting. Still on the far right side where Jack has the ball. And it will go out of bounds, almost. Yes, and it will go out of bounds for a BC ball. BC loves it. Good cheer. BC will get the ball. They'll drag it down. BC heading to their offensive zone. Number 69 in goaltender, Tyler Williams. Looks like we had a change of goalie in between. To note, number 69, Tyler Williams is in goal at the moment. It was earlier Owen Byers to start. Sends it down the middle, number 23, Koji. Koji over to the far left. Looking for a teammate. On the far left again. Looks like the goaltender still has the ball towards the near right side. Koji over to Tyler once again, goaltender. They don't know who to send it to. Koji again. Hoping it's not a costly mistake that they're playing it in their defensive zone. Looking for an open player. BC still pressured. The ball has not gone out of their defensive zone. Now it's looks like making progress. Over to the far left side on their offensive zone. Lincoln Twomley Over to the middle, number 9, Callum Tarpin. Callum. Over to the middle, number 4, Cole. Cole looking for a teammate. Going down far left wing. Sends it to the middle, but no luck. Tries to shoot Xander Freeman, who already has been credited with a goal so far. Xander working with Malcolm. Xander behind the net now. Malcolm on the right side. Shoots and scores! BC 6-4. Number 3, Malcolm will get credited with that goal. So back to the center face-off. Six 4 BC. We are surely heading into the final frame of the third quarter. As we have another 6 o'clock game waiting ahead of us here in field number 1. Sends it to the far left corner. Number 6 is there, Lincoln Twomley. Over to the far left side. Sends it to the middle. Ethan Gordon on the near right side. Ethan Gordon pushed by a few Ontario defenders. He will shoot and score! Ethan Gordon, 7-4 for BC. He chose the middle lane. He was free. And they will shoot it inside. 7-4 for BC. Back to the center field for face-off. 7-4. Referee making a few notes on his card. Face-off about to take place. Whistle is blown. Face-off time. Loose ball. Ontario gets it. They'll circle in the defensive zone. Looking at take back to their offensive zone now, but still stuck. Ontario towards the right side, far right side in the defensive zone. Drags it to the middle for a rush. Still stuck in the defense zone. They don't have a nearby player that can run it across. Chris Duggan waiting patiently. Not an ideal pass as the ball went loose and landed nowhere. Still fighting for that loose ball. They'll go far right side near the boundary line. Ontario now has the ball down in the middle towards the far left side. Sends it to the middle. Down in the middle. Right side again. They're working in between like the triangle method we have been talking all day long. Left, right, and center. Down the left side now, Ontario. Ontario looking for the middle now. They're working this strategically. Now the timekeeper is up. We'll get an official notice. 1 minute left, looks like. Down to the far right side, Ontario. Sends it to the middle. And looks like that's a goal for Ontario. That will make it 7-5, Ontario. Number 2, Owen O'Halloran. 7-5. 7 for BC, 5 for Ontario. Simon, can you ask them is it 8 or 7? Because I only have 7. It's 8.
I see an 8. I mean, I can.
Just ask them, I only have 7 though. Apologies, Lacrosse fans. We missed a goal in between. So it's 8-5 for BC. And that will be the end of the third quarter. We'll take a break and come back with the score being 8-5. 8 lead BC. Bonjour, bienvenue. Welcome back, Lacrosse fans, for the action between BC and Ontario. Just want to remind you, we had an incorrect mistake here. The scorekeepers had made a mistake. It's still 7-5. 7 lead BC, 5 for Ontario. And we have a penalty to start off quarter number 4, the final frame of this intense matchup with Malcolm Richardson inside the box. We have now switched sides. BC moving from right to left on his screens, and Ontario moving from left to right on his screens. 7-5 as it stands, 7 lead BC, and Ontario not far behind. This is going to be looks like we have a goal now. 8-5. Now it's 8-5 BC. Just missed the official call from the referee official who the goal scorer was, but 8-5 BC. They have increased. Looks like it might be number 50 Parker Doyle who gets credited with that goal. So 8-5 lead BC. Back to the center face-off. Over to the middle. Far left in the middle. Over to the far right. Ontario. Ontario number 92, Cohen Carlson. For a short time heads back for a change. Now they're in the near right side. Number 9 for Ontario, Christian Baboni. Christian. Over to number 45, Robert Key. Robert Key over to the far left side, Damien Ramirez. Over to the far left corner. Looking for another middle opportunity, middle lane. Sends it to number 45, Robert Key. Robert. Now far right side, number 33, Jack. Behind the net. Now goes round the corner, down to the middle. Shoots and gets stopped. Loose ball down near to the middle. But that will go far left side now. BC will retrieve the ball. Over to the far right side. Looking for a middle lane. Number 14, Charlie Robinson. Over to number 15, Parker Doyle. Parker. Over to Callum. Callum to the far left side. Lincoln. BC looking for an opportunity. Down back to the middle to number 15, Parker Doyle. Parker. Still at the middle. Looking for a lane. Now to the far left corner. To the right corner now. And goes behind the net. Number 14, Charlie Robinson. And now to the far right side. Ontario has the ball now. Over to the far left side. Entering their offense zone. Number 6, Cooper Dugan. Over to the left side. Over to the middle, number 13, Brody Fletcher. Over to the far left side. Far left corner now, Ontario. Still with the ball, behind the net. Ontario, still pushing for the case. Down to the middle, number 16, Wyatt Turner. Wyatt, over to Caden Lickers. Down to Caden Lickers again. Caden, looking for his teammate. Caden again. Now to the far left side. Behind the net. Down to the middle. Caden. Yet once again, the middle quarterback. Down to the far right. Shoots from a corner. Jack, but couldn't get that in. Now far right corner. Ontario still in their offense zone. Brody Fletcher. Over to his teammate on the far left side. Behind the net. Behind the net twice. Down in the middle. Shoots and scores. Ontario 8-6. Ontario. 8-6, Ontario. Now just 2 goals behind. How much time do they have left? Unknown at the moment. We'll start to see signals from the timer soon. Or we may see even a timeout in between. We'll wait for all that action coming here soon live on a CROW LAX TV broadcast. BC, now on the far left side, number 6, Lincoln. Lincoln looking for a middle lane to shoot and scores! Number 6, Lincoln, all by himself. 9-6 BC. So they have regained their 3-goal lead. An interesting matchup, definitely. We'll wait for the center face-off to happen. Down in the middle for a center face-off. BC with a strong 3-goal lead, 9-6. What will take place next? BC still with offensive momentum in their offense zone. They look for an opportunity to score again. Setting it up. Down far left side, near side. Over to number 21, Cole Leong. Cole. Over to number 45, Ethan Gordon. Ethan dancing around the middle and towards the right. Sends it down the middle. Over to the far right side. Sends it down the middle. Far left side now. Lincoln. Lincoln for BC, still circling around the net. Behind the net. Looking for a good lane to shoot and score. It will stay out. Ontario will keep the defense tight, as they know they will have a feeling they want to win this game too. Still out. BC still has the ball. Still pressuring behind the net. BC.
Pause. We would have been home free by now.
And we heard a whistle.
Yeah, field was paused.
BC has the ball behind the net. It went out of bounds for a bit. Back to behind the net, number 6. Lincoln is there. Over to the middle and dives. That will not count as a goal, or it didn't go in. Ontario will get the ball back. Ontario from the far left corner. Goaltender Lucas Ward has it. He's looking to ship it to an open teammate. Looking for the right teammate. Onto the far left side. Ball is loose and a flag is in the air. So 2 things happening at once. Ball is in the air and the flag is in the air. Matty Dane is in the box. Richardson, number 3, Malcolm Richardson is in the box. Multiple penalty calls. We are waiting for clarification on what's happening. We have a timeout for BC. Timeout for BC. We'll take a quick break and come back on a CROW LAX TV broadcast. All right, 9-6. Lead BC. And we didn't even start. And looks like we have a goal from Ontario. 9-7. And they're heading back to another timeout. We'll be back on your CROW LAX TV broadcast 9-7. Lead BC. Ontario scoring a real quick one right after a timeout. All right, welcome back, Lacrosse fans. What just happened? I'll give a quick summary. We went for a timeout for BC. Ontario scored. Then we went to another timeout. So 9-7. Lead BC. Richardson is in the box. Malcolm Richardson for 30 more seconds. And then we have around 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining till the end of the game. It's going to be tight intense one, just a 2-goal difference for Ontario to catch up to. Number 16, Wyatt Turner over to the far left side, down in the middle, and they score! 9-8. Ontario making a case for themselves. Looks like the game of number 16, Wyatt Turner. So 9-8. Ontario is not going anywhere. BC is sticking around. Both teams, strong teams, place first and second. Currently in the Alumni Cup table. Making a case for both themselves that they are making a case for themselves. There is discussion around here in the broadcast booth if there will be an overtime game. If this is a tie game, we don't know that yet. We'll talk to the timekeepers and all and the officials to see if that's the verdict. But for now, BC has the ball in their offensive end to the far left side. BC over to the middle, number 6, Lincoln Twombly. Over to the far left side. Looking for an open teammate, far left side still. Looking for the center middle lane. Goes behind the net.
We have last year too, right? Like sports, we have basketball.
Sends it down to the middle.
2 losses, right?
We have the timer standing up for some reason. Is that a sign of game ending shortly? Timer walking to the field, not sure what the cause is. Last time we were told we still have 4 minutes left. Sends it down to the middle.
In men's games, we lost.
Behind the net.
Blew a 24 lead.
Sends it to the near left side.
Eddie praying on our downfall.
Send it to the middle. Over to the middle. Shoots and scores. BC, they are not giving up. We have a 10-8 score. Goal scored by number 15, Parker Doyle. He has been a great player for this BC team so far. Every aspect, he'll cover you quarterback in the middle. He'll score goals for you. And what a team player, Parker Doyle. It will be a name to remember for under 17s. Back to the center field for face-off as BC climbs to this double-digit score, 10-8 BC. BC, it will go out of bounds and it will be a penalty call. Number 8 for slashing is the call. Kian Barar is in the box for slashing. Ontario, an opportunity for them to make a case here. Ontario in their offensive zone. Number 16, Wyatt Turner, shoots and that goes far and wide. Jack onto the far right side, sends it down far right corner. Fighting near the corner. Hand goes up of the officials. It will go out of bounds. It will be BC's ball now. BC's goaltender will get it. Tyler Williams. Tyler will send it far right side. Looks like time is winding down. Timekeeper is on the field and the penalty will also expire soon. And looks like we have a timeout for BC. Timeout for BC as the score is 10-8 for BC. All right, we are back on a CROW LAX TV broadcast with 42 seconds remaining, just 42 seconds. In the game with Ontario being 2 goals down, 10-8. 30 seconds left. Ontario making a case for this game. They will want to win it. Far left side, they're taking it to their offense zone. And we have whistles right away on the play. We have another timeout for Ontario. We'll take another quick break with 30 seconds left.
Coach needs to cook up a play.
All right, we are back from the 30 seconds timeout for Ontario. 10-8 the score. Ontario will definitely need 2 miracle goals with approximately 30 seconds left in the final quarter. Players proceeded. Ontario has the ball. They'll drag it down towards the middle. Number 88, Damien. Damien down the middle behind the net. On the far right corner. Loose ball. Stays loose. Ontario. And that will end it. BC will win 10-8. Thanks for watching this intense matchup. Just a 2-goal difference. Have a great afternoon. Take it easy. And we'll have a couple more games live on CROW LAX TV.